Anglers Extra.
We're back on the Anglers Extra pregame show. It's time for the Manager's Show, sponsored by the Chatham Bakery. I'm with John Schiffner, as always. Schiff, an off day yesterday. Did you have a good day?
Good day. Very good day. Air conditioning was great. Came in handy.
You think it'll be good for the players having that off day? First in a while.
Yeah, definitely. They needed it. That was 10 day. I think it was a 10 or 11 day in a row grind. So, yeah, a good off day. Now let's hope we can roll off of it and have a good game today.
But a big part of this league, though, is preparing guys for professional schedule, playing every day. So how do you get your guys ready? These guys are usually playing, maybe once or twice midweek and then on the weekend. So what do you tell them about playing on an everyday basis?
Well, they have to take care of themselves. They have to eat right. They have to drink properly, make sure they're hydrated, eat the proper foods, get a lot of rest. I mean, it's, that's pretty much the only way you can really do it. And just the rest is the real important thing because it'll catch up to you. So that last week was tough with the high temperatures, the heavy humidity. That was tough. That was a tough run. This is a great relief right now. I mean, just not getting beat up by the humidity and heat. So, hopefully they'll be rested.
Yeah, the weather seemed to have taken a break on us. Talking about what do you think is the biggest difference, as someone who's both played in this league and coached in this league, between playing in college where you have classes and maybe other responsibilities to playing here where this is your main responsibility and it's during the summertime? What's the biggest difference? What's the biggest adjustment that these guys have to make coming over for the summer?
Well, I think it's just that it's a constant game. It's a game every night, and that's something different that they're not accustomed to. But it's also how do they budget their time so they can get the proper rest? And, some of them do, they hit the weight room pretty good. Some of them actually have online classes they have to take care of. So it's, there's a lot of things involved that, you have to make them aware of. You have to make sure. The key is budgeting a lot of time, moderation in a lot of things, and rest and proper nutrition really, really is important.
Has anything in that regard changed since your time here, and if so, what?
Well, we worked jobs. At that one point it was mandatory. You had to have a job, or they had to offer you the job, I think is what the term was. But I can remember sometimes coming right from work. My third year in the league, I worked at Bradley's department store over in Dennisport, and because of the shifts and so forth, I'm getting off at 4:30, and the game's at 6 or 7, and you got to run, try to get something to eat, try to get some batting practice, jump in your car, drive to the game, or go to the home field. So a little bit different a lot different. Nobody was lifting weights in the summer in those days. It was a different type of atmosphere, I guess you could call it. It was, there weren't any agents, things like that. So it was a big difference. And like I said, we worked. We needed to work to pay the rent or to help your parents help you with your tuition.
Always good to hear about the old days in the league. This is the Manager's Show with John Schiffner, sponsored by the Chatham Bakery. Well, moving back to the present day, your team continuing to fight in games. 2 days ago, you're down 6-1, and then Josh hit that big 3-run home run to get back into the game against YD. As a manager, does your mindset change with this team, knowing that they're just never really out of a game?
Well, you don't panic, and they don't panic, and you just let them play, and that's what they're here to do. And going on a 6 or 7 game stretch, we've done it twice already. It's pretty impressive. And that they, you're not taking it for granted. They're going to come back, but something tells you, yes, they are. They're going to come back. They're going to, give it a shot. They're not out of every game. I think it's the best way to try to describe it. They're never out of any game because of who they are. They're going to get beat, but they're not out of any game, just as that we did the other day.
At the same time, though, there were a couple of struggles offensively. You guys left the bases loaded twice in that game. So what do you want your guys to work on in those situations where they get runners on base? Because there aren't going to be games necessarily where they're always having guys in scoring position, so they have to come through.
Right, and the big thing is did we get the bat on the ball in those situations? If they strike out, that's not a good thing. I mean, sometimes they happen too. But, if we gave it a good quality at-bat at that point, that's a good thing. It can't always happen. The other team might make a great play. The other pitcher might make a great pitch. But if we're putting the ball in play with runners on base, we have a shot. We've got a shot to do something. So, and that's what we've been doing all the last most of the season. We've really we keep the other team. If the other team makes a mistake, we capitalize. We're playing, like I said, we're playing good, solid baseball. Are we getting every guy in? No. Are we moving every guy over? No. We're really doing a pretty good job of it, and that really keeps us in games.
All right, thanks a lot, Schiff. We'll see if it can continue.
Thank you very much.
That was the Manager's Show with John Schiffner, sponsored as always by the Chatham Bakery. The Anglers Extra pregame show continues with Keith Zubrow.